Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Race Day TV, the live show. I'm Mark. That's Ben.
What's up?
That's Mike.
Hey,
that's all we got
guys?
today. What's going on?
Yeah. What's happening?
Not much. Oh, wait. Well, who's that? Oh, he did show up.
Yeah, he did show up.
He's here.
Yeah,
He is here.
I'm sure it's quite a pleasure for all of you to have me here.
We're not worthy.
Oh, yes. I can't believe. I know, because Ben says to me earlier, he's like, have you heard from him? I was like, I texted him a few
Is he going to
times.
show up? I want to know. And then I hear bing, boom. And then I just see his head poke out the door. I'm like, hey, he showed up.
Not only did he show up, we have 3 limited edition signed hero cards to give away. Actually, we have like 80 of them, but 3 different ones.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this thing.
Yeah, I'll put you big on the screen there.
There you go.
Look at this thing.
It's that camera you're going to be looking
Yeah,
at.
this is like, magazine material right here. You know?
Do we want to say which
Christ,
one?
If I can only look like that again, boy, it's unbelievable.
And he did inform me that I spelt his name wrong on it.
Yeah. How did you do that,
He's like, you put the hard R on it. I'm like, I don't know.
dude? Really? I can't believe that you did that.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
What time does the ankle bracelet start beeping? Dan called.
Hey, so
Dan won the internet earlier with his comment. I was rolling.
Okay, so he swore off donuts for how long?
A year. I'm going to try to see if I can find the actual.
Who's that, Dan?
Yeah.
Dan Collins?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
He said if
Christ.
he actually showed up that he was going to swear off donuts and everybody that sold donuts in the state of Maine was going to go broke.
Oh, yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
He's going to be losing some weight now.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the actual, because he did give a time limit.
Well, you know what, Dan, we'll do is we'll send you one of these hero cards. So if you ever feel the urge to eat a donut, you'll just look at it and go, nope, I can't.
I don't
Can't
see
do
it.
it because I promised the showstopper I wouldn't eat.
You know, that's one thing I could never do. I mean, I can do a lot of things, and I'm good at just about everything. But
Seriously.
I think Dan Collins, all right, could out-eat me with the donuts.
Yes.
Dozens at a time.
I had my
Said his
last
last
two.
one this morning.
We're going to see one of those, because I remember, I don't remember who posted. I think it was Callan posted about that meat place that, go support them. We're going to see in these posts for all the donut places up in Maine. Be like, you got to support them. We need somebody to come up here. Patrick Russell says he's my idol.
All right, hey, so before we get really rolling into this, there's a few Claremont Lee Hudson things that I just want to throw out, get it off the table, and then we can move forward and have some fun for the rest of the night. No, seriously. We've had a lot of calls, questions about the snow race at Claremont, February 22nd. Rules are basically the same thing as what Mike did up Riverside. I'm working with the insurance company right now. We'll have an answer, I hope, within a week or so, if we're going to be able to have passengers or not. So I'm working on that. So that's that. What else on that? Rules will be posted, basically the same thing as what Mike did at Groveton.
And the only thing is that if we don't have snow, it's
Right.
going to go back to if you have a 4-cylinder, you race
Correct.
with 4s. If you have a V8 or a V6, you're going to race V8, V6, kind of like a regular enduro
Correct.
would be at Hudson.
Yep.
And then side-by-sides, we probably won't race.
Yeah, if there's no snow, we're not going to do the side-by-sides.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for it, but the only problem is I seen one at Humphreys. It rolled. Two of them rolled over on the same caution. I'm like,
No, I'm not good with that.
No.
So so if it does that, no snow, no side-by-sides. Right now there's snow. Looking at the extended forecast, it looks like there could be some snow in another week and a half. So I think we'll be okay. So what else? The gamble at Lee.
Yeah, we got
Entry is posted, so anybody that hasn't pre-registered for the gamble, it's up there, it's ready. Remember you
got your entry ready, showstopper, or what?
Oh, man, I'm tempted,
Showed us the car.
Tempted.
Car is ready.
just remember
Car's been ready for a long time.
the tire order. Your tire. Let me see if I get this right. Tire order by race entry was that? Yeah, it's tire order. I can remember what John did. So your tire line order is based off your pre-entry. Right now, John said there's 22 cars, I think he said, that have already pre-entered.
Yep.
The last thing I got is want to give a shout out to Central Mass Tree. they've stepped up to sponsor I don't want to call it a Crown Vic series, but we're going to do 3 Crown Vic races.
Call it the Hot Pursuit.
The Hot Pursuit?
The
Okay.
Hot Pursuit 1000 or something,
So we'll come up with something for that, but Claremont on April 19th will be 30 laps, $1,000 to win. And then John's working on the dates for Lee and Hudson. There'll be a race there, but shout out to
It'll be $1,000 to win.
yeah,
each
all
one of
those races will be $1,000 to win. Special shout out to Randy at Central Mass Tree for
Now we need
jumping on
Sebastian to
board.
blow this up because anytime anything Crown Vic comes online, $1,000 to win.
Hey, so our track owners, our track owner Mark has how many Crown Vics?
Oh God, I lost count.
Yeah, I got like 10 Ks
So,
race
me,
ready,
I think that's a great place for Mr. MacArthur to end up with for some of those races.
I've already got the car. It's already set to go. He's going to drop off his seat. He's going to tell me his paint scheme so I can get it painted in my booth and everything else. So
That's a quick 3-race championship for me.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what Ben thought.
It's an easy $3,000.
And then, but Ben thought that, and he just drove the car straight into the wall and said, "Oh, there was something on the track."
Well, no, you know what the problem was? Bobby was standing in the corner. I just go, "Oh my God, the legend!" Hit the wall. And I was just,
So, anyways, that's all I got as far as what we have going on this week. So,
I'm trying to show Ben the paint scheme. I'm trying to remember. So it's been a long time. I remember it was a black car, gold leaf, and had Atlantic Semiconductor or something like that on the side.
And it says, "Look at me" under the door.
why would anybody want to do that?
You know?
oh yeah,
That's an old one.
yeah. We can.
That was pre-gold
I
leaf.
mean, we can make that work.
It's iconic.
Yeah, it's
It's iconic.
Isn't that car in the Hall of Fame?
It could get there, you know? It could get there.
Brad Penske's and all.
There you go.
After I
Perfect.
I got to break it out.
No, you give me. I can make that.
As soon as I break it out and just beat up on these guys with all these new setups, then I'll put the thing away forever.
You gonna seal it off or no?
Huh?
You gonna seal it?
No, these guys. None of those guys know what they're doing. I'll seal it off.
I had a fun talk today on my way to work today. I don't usually talk on the phone much, but I was talking to Zig Gino. He was like, I am so bummed that I cannot be down there. He's like, I almost called in sick. I was like, you had the perfect excuse. You had ZGS. You could have just used it.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was just like, he told me he'd love to get back up beside you again. So you got to get into a dwarf car then, because that's what he's racing now.
Yeah, but the only way he was around me is when I was going around him anyway, he could never race with me.
So give us how you got into racing, because we all know the caps and the fun online, but how did you actually get into racing?
Well, in 1999, I started with I used to be in the stands all the time, and it's like, I says, how hard could this be, So I
said the same thing. It was very hard.
Yeah, it ended up being hard. I ended up hooking up with Bobby Cabral with a BCR car and went out there. And I didn't even know what tire stagger was at the time. I had to wait for him to come to the track, all right, to measure my tires.
What kind of car was it? Was it a
It was a
Pro
Pro
Stock?
Stock.
Camaro Clip car?
No, it was a fabricated clip.
Okay. Because I had one of Bobby's back in the day. The first Pro Stock I ever had I bought it from Freddie Scaff. It was a car Freddie had. It was a Camaro Clip car. One of the best cars I ever had, actually.
But I didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just jumped into a Pro Stock, which was a big foolish move at the time. And I was like the worst driver. The worst driver.
No.
I was hooked two records, one in the back, one in the front, every single race for 2 years. And then, that's why I throw those 2 years away. I like to throw them away because I don't like to talk about it.
The 2-year throwaway races. No.
So my career started on the third year.
So the first two don't count.
The first two don't count.
Okay, all right.
No, really made me look bad. And
Is there any
I went out and got
videos?
a distance car.
Is there any videos?
Yes.
Oh, we need those.
Yeah.
You coming off on 2 hooks or something that would.
Oh, there's pictures on the internet.
Oh, yeah, we need that shit.
It's
Yeah.
it's just stupid.
Yeah.
It really makes
Actually,
me look bad.
that should be a chain idea for you to say your big money one. You just have it looks like 2 hooks hooking on your car.
Oh, but I was terrible. I had to be probably the worst racer. I almost gave up. I had to be the worst racer,
George Baldwin said you were lap traffic.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, that's me.
Well, how many guys, right, have never raced before and jump into a pro stock against Bobby Gahan and all those guys?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Bobby and Mazansons and all those
tough.
guys. So, yeah, sure.
And we were on 8-inch tires,
Yeah.
you know, and pro stocks are supposed to be on 10s, you know. So the third year, I go ahead and I get my a distance car. And now I'm on 10-inch rubber. And now I'm like the superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not get carried away, yeah.
Yeah. So I won my first race at Star that year. And then after that, I left Star and I went to Canaan for a special show. They had a special show. Mike Brousseau
Mike Brousseau, yeah.
put on that special 100-lap show up there.
Yep.
And I've never even raced on another track before. So I said to my cousin, you know what, I'm just going to hang out in the back and, you know, I'm kind of nervous and blah, 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 and this and that. And the car was just hooked up. It was like, are you kidding me? So I started racing.
Yeah.
I ended up being, near the end of the race, I ended up being third. And that changed everything after that. It's just like overnight, I was like a sensation. You know, just like a
Who
sensation.
won that race?
Star was born.
Who won that race?
Les Hinckley.
Les, okay. Yeah.
And I remember being in his tires were in the high 20s, and I was making a big stink in tech over it, you know.
You making a big stink
Yeah.
over tires. Isn't that, an oxymoron?
And then I went back to Canaan the following year, and then I was just shellacking everybody, you know, just shellacking them. It wasn't even, wasn't even close. So that's the story. I'm great now, and I'm willing to come back and try it again.
People are loving your hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that
You should
Olaf?
see this. I bought that thing in Bed Bath & Beyond. It came with little tiny gloves for a 5-year-old. And I'm going, how the hell am I going to put this on my friggin' head, right? It took me forever to stretch out the knitting in it, right? It took me a year to stretch it out, all right, so I could wear the thing.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's awesome. Oh, my God.
What stands out as your crowning achievement, other than the 4-time Oxford 250, if you raced?
Yeah.
What comes next?
Well, you know, I think if I continued to race, right, that Oxford 250 deal, I probably would have won more than 4.
How many do you think?
You know, I'd probably be 5 or 6, 20 years.
Wow.
You know,
I know. I'd stick with 6. It's a nice round number.
6, yeah. Because it is so easy to drive up there. Those monkeys that drive up there, it's like you're driving to Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? It's not really, you know, a big high-speed racetrack. It's like they put it in gear, and it's like they just, you know, just.
How many times did you race there? Seriously.
Oh,
I went there once, and I freaking hated it. It was a racetrack that, of course, I grew up at Monadnock, Claremont, stuff like that, where you actually stepped on the gas. And going to Oxford, they're telling me to, you know, at that time I had distance stuff, so I was talking with Jeff. He says, no, you got to turn the racetrack around. You got to, like, lift at the flag stand and step on the gas going into turn 1. And I was nowhere near smart enough to figure that out. I hated every lap that I had racing up there.
you know, I rented the track up there.
Yep.
So
I didn't see it.
it was the Oxford 250 weekend. I had won that Saturday night at Canaan, and I didn't know any better. So after I won at Canaan, I changed my intake manifold. I put a 4-barrel on the car.
Big
and
mistake.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
And I says, all right, let's go to Oxford. So I drove all night to get to Oxford
Yeah.
from Canaan.
Yep.
And I get there, there's no tires, because this is a 3-day deal.
Did the exact same thing.
I show up on Sunday afternoon to race the 250. And I'm going, this ain't going to work out. They told me where the tire truck was, right? There were 6 tires in there.
Yeah.
You know? So I grabbed 4 tires, that mismatched tires. I put them on my car. I go out for the heat race. Boom, 1 lap. Get caught up in a wreck. I says, guys, just put it in the trailer, will you?
Yeah.
And I didn't even try after that.
Yeah. We did the same thing when Nathan and I were racing the year we went to the 250. We ran at Claremont the night before. Same thing. Loaded up, left, drove all night. Truck broke down on the way. No sleep. Get there Sunday morning. Same thing. Go to the tires. There was like 8 tires in the thing. I said, yeah.
You can't do that.
No.
No,
If you're
it's
going to go to the 250, you got to go.
That's a 3-day deal.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought that you could just drive up on Sunday,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And get in the 250 and race. So that was, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a blemish on my record.
Did you guys ever race together?
No, we were talking about that earlier. I don't. If we did, maybe once at Canaan or something, but I don't think we ever did.
I got to give Collins credit real quick. We did get you guys talking together, so like we could do great things for the world. Like we got you guys talking to each other in studio. No one's throwing anything.
Well, give it time. I mean, it's only
we've only been on like 10 minutes.
for like 16 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I mean, if we race together, I don't know, maybe once. He probably got his ass kicked.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, well, hold on. If I stuck him in a Vic, right, and I stuck you in a Vic.
Oh, now you're talking.
Oh, no.
Now you're talking.
How many lap head start are you going to have to give him?
It wouldn't even be close.
Oh, now you're talking.
Wouldn't even
Now
be
you're
close.
talking.
I'm serious. If you want to race against him, I think that would be
Yeah,
epic.
we'll do that at
And
Lee.
let me tell you something. It's not about lapping the leader either. When I won those 2 races in my little fast 8 I had, I was just toying with the leader until it was time to pass him. I get no fun in trying to lap a field.
Yeah, if you and I both ran Crown Vics at Lee, and I beat your ass, you would never fucking live to see it.
No, I
Well,
think
no, see, the thing is, I think you, because when was the last time you actually raced?
18 years.
Okay, so I think he could do the whole like 2-year restart thing again, and then for the
There you go.
So technically,
Ben's
it
been on the
wouldn't count.
2-year restart for 17
Yeah.
years.
Well, you know what makes me special is
Oh, there's a lot of
is it
things
that
that
hat?
make you special.
Caps lock.
Cap
cap
lock?
lock, yeah. No one can retire from racing and come back and do well. Nobody. Nobody has in Cup, in Super Late models, in anything.
Didn't
So-
Zig Gino just win a race there?
Yeah, but he had to drop down 5 or 6 divisions to do it.
I don't know.
Didn't Ralph Nason do that though? Didn't Ralphie stop racing for a while and come back and win the 250?
Yeah, but he never ventured outside of Oxford. And like I told you, when you race at Oxford, it's like driving to Connecticut. You know? So, I mean, it doesn't take much. You know, it's not like you're racing. So,
You know, we got George Baldwin saying he'd run that race too.
who? What race?
Crown Vic race.
Crown
Crown
Vic
Vic?
race.
He wouldn't even come close.
All right, I gotta hold on. All right,
Oh boy.
give me a pen.
What do we got?
I gotta know how many Crown Vics you have. I gotta know. We're gonna build this field. So we have the showstopper, Mike Parks, George Baldwin.
George, if you want to run one,
George is too old.
Who else do you want to
George
race against?
Tuomo.
You have a list of names. Who do you want to go out there and shellac?
I'll race against anybody in that division.
the comments are going quick, so we're trying.
I didn't race Trevor Grapham. I didn't race for 15 years. Came back and won a race. So, but you spelt one wrong, so that doesn't quite count. All right, we'll put Zig Gino in there because he was a big pro stock guy at one point.
Zig could never run a big bodied car. Not again. He's washed up.
Yeah, he just said, notice he hasn't said me.
He's washed up. He's driving go-karts now. You know? That's what you do. You keep moving down until you have success. That's what racing's all about when you
Pete
get old.
Frazier said he's in. Pistol Pete's in.
He's about 15th place.
Oh my God.
Mike Whedon? I don't know who that is.
Mike
Whedon.
Whedon. Mike
You
Whedon
know,
was one
he's-
of the better pro stock drivers
I
at
was
that
saying,
time.
Mike Whedon, he's won a lot.
But he's old.
Ricky Wolf.
He's old too. He's no good.
See, I grew up in Claremont. I didn't even realize there was other tracks until I was like 17.
I mean, you know who you need to get in one? Is Derek.
Griffith?
Yeah.
He's got a car.
There you go. We'll put Derek in it too.
So he's doing. So him and his buddy have one. I sold them one each, and they're gonna do something with them. And then they want me to put cages in them, and they want to race them for fun.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't want to beat up on Derek.
but
It may ruin his racing career.
you know what though? Maybe if he
Either that or he could use it for a stepping
I
stone.
say he could use it as a stepping stone that he came close to the showstop because he ain't gonna win.
He is raced in New Smyrna this year. Maybe you should go down and check the car out for him, warm it up, make sure everything's going good.
You know what I'm going to do with these Crown Vics? These Crown Vic races that I'm in? It's going to give me the seat time I need for when I'm ready to bring my car out and just
Dick
you know,
stop.
Just shellac everybody.
just shellac
Shellac
everybody.
When can we put your car on display up at the
Everybody.
track, up at Lee? That'd be fun.
Yeah, we can put it there. Yeah, definitely.
Right on top of the beer garden.
Yeah, well, yeah. you
My
gotta-
car right now has a 2008 setup in it. Ready to go, all bolted, just ready.
I was outside taking a quick phone call before we went live. I walked back in to Showstopper telling Mike that his car is the best car still out there. I walked into this conversation. He's like, Dwyer, nope. Griffith, nope. My car.
Yeah.
My car is. And I walked in. I was like, I apparently missed something.
Oh, my God.
We were talking about setups, the shitty setups that these
Yeah.
guys run today. You know, they dragging their car off the ground a half an inch, and they're grinding off their
Cross members are
cross members and stuff like that, and
Nice, Kevin.
their roll centers are 5 feet below the pavement. You know what I'm saying? And they think they're fast. They're not any faster now than they were 10 years ago.
Yeah, but the tracks are a lot slower.
All right. But the thing is, they turn their cars into champ cars.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Road squeegees.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shock travel, so you might as well throw them out the window.
What size shirt you wear?
I'm a 2X.
Kevin, send me a 2X. We got to get this guy wearing an original Wheelman shirt.
I'm a big guy.
I don't know what that's. What is that?
What is that?
Taylor, what's that? We can't. That's so small. I
it's
can't
really
see.
small.
Can't wait to hear him talk about this. Somebody tell us what that is, because I
I
can't read.
can't figure it out. Can you guys see it on?
I mean,
on
I'm
Okay, same thing.
I mean,
Yeah, it's so small.
Yeah.
I'm built like a brick shit house. You know what I'm saying? Guys wish they were built like me. They do.
Penguin.
And I'm not just saying that either.
What's a penguin? She said, I'm hearing. Can't
Oh,
wait to
is
hear.
it the I Bang Penguins 125?
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's
wow,
when
I'm
we
dumb.
released our Granite State.
Yeah.
Did you release your schedule before we released ours, or did you take it off from our schedule? I don't remember.
I took it off of your schedule.
Yeah.
I just renamed everything.
yeah, that
You
was
know, I
fun.
was just helping out.
Yeah, helping out. What it did, it got more eyes on the Granite State schedule, so that's all that matters.
Because what else
You're
was
out
that?
to help.
I'm only here to help.
It was the I Bang Penguins 2025, and then there was a couple
Oh,
other
I
ones.
wish I had the list. There was a whole list. It
Mike's
was 10
probably
of
got a
them.
screenshot.
I don't know. I'll see.
Either that or Johnny might in the other room might have it already.
It was the whole schedule.
Yeah, it was the whole schedule.
Yeah.
You know.
It was pretty funny, actually.
I thought Mike was going to come on Glue. What the hell?
On it, Kevin. Gonna need your address before we go. I'm gonna ship you out an original Wheelman shirt from my buddy Kevin
Don't say it
Brown.
online because you're going to get a lot more fan mail.
Yeah,
So-
as long as it's a 2X, you know, because I'm a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Chiseled.
Chiseled. What do you got there, Mike? Oh, God. Do I even want to know? No, I probably don't.
I don't know if I should say that online. It was somebody just texted something very funny.
Justin Harris, the Crown Vics are getting Penske Reds put on them. Or do we want to leave them, leave everyone with a little more,
Hey, if I can get away with it without everyone complaining, I'd like to have I would love to have the right side rims, the front and the back, just so I can bring them home and paint them up
I got
real
it.
nice, and I'll bring them back.
That's fine. Go for it.
All right, so the official schedule in May, Claremont, the I Blow 150.
Oh, you found it. Okay, all right. Okay.
Espinet's on it.
Okay. All right.
May, Speedway 95, the Cushman Trans 150.
That's Jay Cushman. Jay Cushman, he's on a trans swimming team, you know. Not too many guys know that.
The flip. Oh, hold on, wrong button.
He's the captain. He's the captain, too.
The Flip Flop 100. The I Bang Penguins 125. Oh my God. This is going to be my favorite. This is my favorite. I wish I had more cars 150.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait a minute. The I'm a Putz 150 is pretty good, too. Moody is Ugly 99. The 4-car 100.
Hey,
7 hours away.
that Moody, ugly 199 Moody, you know who that is, right? That's Dave Moody from MRN.
Oh, yes.
You know, he's an ugly bastard, huh?
30 hours away.
Oh,
116 away in championship night.
Are you going to Speedway? I want to know is how the hell did you know Uganda Speedway opened back up?
I had somebody ask me if this was the.
Speedway.
Oh, Uganda?
Uganda.
I had somebody ask me if this Grand Prix race, this Crown Vic race, is going to be called. Hold on.
You're getting all kinds of ride offers.
Geezer
too,
Grand Prix.
because,
The Geezer Grand Prix.
If you can fit in their Pro V8 sportsman car, you can run it at Hudson.
Listen, a lot of guys
You
gave me
can-
rides last year, right? But they're only tongue-in-cheek, you know what I'm saying?
Archie St. Hilaire sat next to me in Augusta 2 years ago and said, I will give Showstopper a ride.
He keeps saying that.
And then he
Archie
immediately
is a
put his
guy.
phone down and was like, shit, I think I just screwed myself.
Archie, listen, Archie don't
Archie's
wanna
watching.
He doesn't want to give me a ride. Archie wants, he doesn't want to win, so he's not going to put me in the car. I mean, the guy tries. He tries hard too for an old man.
Car
he
just
tries
won the
hard.
championship this year at Lee.
Yeah, one because I'm not there.
Oh,
All
okay.
right? And Archie tries. He tries hard. I like Archie. You know,
Oh my God!
Archie,
if
you
I
gonna
was
put
in
him in
his
a
car,
ride?
I'd win more. He'd win more.
I think we got to see it.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a problem though. I've never driven. I've always wanted to drive someone else's car to compare my car to their car. Because I don't know if my car's good
Or if you're just that good.
or is my car exceptional compared to what's out there. So I'd really like to compare it. Even hot laps would help out.
Yeah.
If only we knew somebody with a bunch of racetracks.
I know.
If only.
I know.
I looked out at Claremont today. The track was almost bare. Could almost get out there. Could almost get out there in Claremont.
Oh, to practice?
Yeah. Go out there, run some. I know how to turn on the scoring system.
I should break my car out.
Should.
I got a brand new motor in it. It's just sitting there.
The next time I set up practice for you for a warm-up day, I'm just going to put his name in so everyone sees it on Race Monitor and be like, wait, what's going on?
We'll make sure it's like a pure
Listen,
stock
I'm
or
gonna
something
show
where it's
up.
20-second laps. And
I'm going to show up. Believe me. I'm going to show up. I got something to prove to all these guys.
That's a great
you
idea.
know what, Patrick? You are so goddamn right. I have a ride-along car. How about if I put you in the ride-along car and you can give some lucky fan or some racer that doesn't know how to drive
instructions.
and you can give them instructions.
I don't want to be in the passenger seat.
No, you drive. And
Oh, yeah, I
you know,
drive,
like,
yeah.
You get someone like, I don't know, Derek Griffith or...
We could tape it and put it online. That would be a great fun special.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Surprised Derek's not commenting.
We got one at Claremont.
Yeah, we got one at Claremont too.
Derek could learn a thing or two from
Yeah.
me. You know? Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. We're getting all kinds of
I'm
ideas
game
today.
for everything, you
Yeah.
know? You're going to see me in force this year.
Oh, I'm so excited. The last time I saw you, you were leaning against my trailer at Lee. I looked outside. I was like, oh, wow, that's Showstopper.
And you're such a fanboy, you got all excited too, didn't you?
I mean, how can you not? You know what I'm saying?
Give Parks a ride.
I mean, I do light up a room and a parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, mate, first time I met you, I walked up.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
People are going to pay
Monetize
for
it.
a ride.
People will pay.
People are going to pay for a ride now.
Exactly, dude. I mean,
So what does that entail? What are you talking about? I get in the car.
I have a two-seater. What is it?
Race car. Second late
It's a-
model.
Yeah,
Where
it's a two-seater
super
late
street,
model.
street stock, whatever.
It's more of a late model.
Yeah, it's more of a late model.
I have a two-seater late model. You just would drive. You would drive, and you'd have a passenger next to you.
Yeah, so when do you do that?
Whenever the hell you want.
Do they pay?
If you're driving, they're gonna pay.
You might make a $20 bill on it.
No, I don't care about money, making money. Just I don't know if you would work it as a business or just a pleasure thing.
Just
you
a
know?
pleasure
Just a
thing at the
pleasure
racetrack.
there.
Yeah.
Looks like your biggest fan here is talking about you.
Who's that?
What was it? SJ.
Oh, Jesus, Sean. What a putz. Sean's a putz. You know what I'm saying? Next to Moody, Sean's this kid makes stuff up as it goes along, Sean. He just wants to be someone so bad. He wants to be me. That's his
Is that
problem.
what it is?
Yeah, that's his problem. He can't stomach it. You know, some guys just can't live with it. He's one of them.
So who do you think out there right now running in the Pro Stock, Pro Late models, who is the guy right now?
Joey Doyen.
I guess
How do you pronounce his name?
Dwyron.
Dwyron.
Yeah,
Joey Dwyron.
we had that conversation this afternoon.
I'm a fan of his.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of many. I'm a fan of his. I'm starting to be a fan of Renfrod. because of that deal he did in Hickory.
Oh my God!
You know,
we're gonna get canceled.
when he raced that thing in Hickory the way he did, he really, you know, now he's got me on his side now.
Yeah, Jimmy. You know,
I think
even
he needs a necklace though. That,
Yeah,
that might put him to the next
gotta
level.
Get him a necklace, you know.
yeah, even when he started racing with Granite State 5 years ago, when he first started racing pro stocks, he has improved so much in the past 3 or 4 years. He does really well.
I mean, kids like the Sniveler, Gabe Brown, the Sniveler.
Yeah.
He blows too. You know what I'm saying?
What is the list of names? I had a bunch of people asking about this. You got a list of names for everybody that's out there. Is there a full-on, concise list that you got?
What do you mean by a list of names?
The Sniveler, Renfrod.
Oh, it goes on and on, but the thing is, I haven't really kept up with it. You know, I'd have to go back and see. You know, I got the Misfit. You know, Corey Casagrande there, the Misfit. That poor kid. Has he ever won a race? I don't think he ever has.
Forgot about that.
Oh, we got someone asked if he can get some more cartoons made.
Yeah, I make those cartoons. Have you
That
guys
was
ever
one of
seen
the
them?
funniest things. We were laughing
I
about
don't
it 2
think
years
I
ago.
Oh my God!
It takes me forever to make those things.
Really?
Oh, it takes me hours. You know, but they're nice. I mean, they're funny. I do have a couple of them online. You know.
Hey, you still? We know. Last time we talked, you were saying if you were going to bring the old videos of like how to dope tires.
I got them. They got sent to me today.
Oh, no kidding.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get it converted because they were screen grabbed.
Put them on here.
Yeah, those were originals. You know,
Yeah, I mean, we
Like,
got to
hey.
put those online.
like I said before, I started everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this person is actually getting me the originals because they were done by a spotter. Just the one who actually did
these
them.
monkeys that follow me and everything, they don't understand.
You're the original,
You
right?
know, I'm the original
The
guy.
original, okay.
I started everything.
What will go down as your favorite win of all time?
My favorite win of all time is it was at Canaan. I passed Bob Labine, which, he's a schlump. You know what I'm saying? I passed him on the final turn, lap 4, with a bump and run, and I chased him down. He was a half a track ahead of me, and I chased him down with no cautions. And I beat him to the turn 4 line. That was my best one. And I have a video of that, and I want to put it online just to show everybody the greatness, but I don't know how to do that.
Or you're sure the internet won't be able to handle it?
You might break the
It
internet.
might break the internet.
True. Well, and some of these guys that like Sean and Dan Collins and all those putts that are out there, right? They can finally see someone who can drive. Once you see that race, you see how great I was. I'm
doing a quick update to see how many people were watching. The last
Oh,
time
my
I checked,
God.
I was like, wow.
My wife says Canaan was a great track.
Canaan.
I never raced there. I wanted to, but my racing career sucked.
There was something
It was
about
a fun
that.
track.
It was something about the banking in that track. It was like it was the best track in the Northeast.
If I remember right, Charlie, when he built that, Charlie Elliott, right? It was
Charlie Elliott.
Charlie. No plans, no nothing, just went out
Yeah,
there.
went out there with a bulldozer.
Yeah, I was at the dirt track one night, and when he first started building, I could see all kinds of shit going on off the backstretch. I says, Charlie, what are you doing? Wouldn't you like to know? He says, come back up in a month. And it was all laid out. Next thing you know, it was all paved, and
Awesome.
it was
Awesome track.
It was real. I raced a street stock up there for a couple of years, and we ran a pro stock up there for, I think the first year Mike Brousseau and David ran it. And
Unity was like Canaan.
except for a lot rougher.
I went to Unity, and I was on the verge of winning the race up there before I got doored by Fernand, who
Oh, George Fernald or whatever is.
Fernand, George.
Yeah.
I was passing him for the lead. It was the Pass Outlaw race.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kicking ass that race too, and that track was like, I loved it. The car
You just didn't
loved
want to
it.
go off the racetrack there.
No, it was scary.
It was. It was sketchy.
Sketchy. But that was just another racetrack I did well. I was never a back marker.
Yeah.
Never.
What other racetracks have you raced at? Where else did you know?
I went to Thompson for 5 races.
Yeah.
I was never out of the top 10. I'm pretty proud of
Well,
my
they only had 12 cars, though.
I don't care. if you don't run Thompson regularly,
I love Thompson.
it's tough.
Yeah.
You know,
never
I
ran
won a heat race there with Joe LeMay chasing me. And
Yeah.
Joe LeMay was one of the better racers up there.
Yeah.
So I'm not a heat race hero, but I kind of like that.
Yeah. Did you ever do Monadnock or anything? You never went to Monadnock?
No.
You were at Claremont once or twice. I remember kind of chuckling when you and Punky kind of went at it, or whatever happened. You were at the scales.
I was good at Claremont.
Yeah, you were good. Yeah, as much as it pains me to admit it, you were actually.
I was good.
Pretty,
I was good. I was
you were
good
there.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, these guys that are my critics, they don't even know.
Yeah.
They don't even know how good I was.
I'm telling you,
That's
if
what I'm
only was a
saying.
way we could show them this summer.
If I never stopped racing, I swear to God, I would have been the best racer in the country. In the country, not the Northeast, the country.
I will put 3 GoPros live streamed with the showstopper in that race this summer. Remember how we do the in-car
I'm
cameras?
not sorry. I was reading. I didn't.
This summer when he
My
comes
big
back
thing-
out.
My big thing now is I would love to go to Oxford. You know, those friggin' guys up there, they think they're so friggin' hot.
You got
You
your
know,
car.
I
Make it
would-
happen.
I want to go to Oxford and just drive circles around those guys. You know, I'll get there.
You'll get there.
Well, just don't put my name on it because you'll get thrown out before you even hit the parking lot.
Supposed to
I'm
ask
talking
you.
about the super late model guys.
Was that?
I'm talking about the super late models
Even
up there.
even if you put my name on that on
Oh,
your
yeah,
super
yeah, I'll
late model,
probably
you'll
get
get thrown
thrown
right
out.
out.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever raced Seekonk?
No.
And someone says to ask you about Rick Martin.
Rick Martin, he races Seekonk.
Okay.
Yeah. I make
So-
fun of Rick.
okay.
You know? Anyone who races Seekonk, Seekonk is home to the worst pro stock drivers in the country. It's just a fact. That's all they are. And Rick Martin is part of that, the worst pro stock drivers in the country. So, I mean, so Seekonk isn't really something to brag about.
I raced Seekonk once, and guess what? I hit the wall.
Surprise.
Hit the wall. I said, "Oh, I'm done."
So you have a thing with turn 4
Yes.
then? Okay.
Yes, I've hit actually, I've never hit the turn 4 wall at Hudson. Never hit there.
Give it
I've
time.
hit it at Claremont.
How many times did you race at Claremont?
I raced once.
Once?
No,
Okay.
no. I raced an enduro car there once. It was Phil Hayes' car. I destroyed it, and then I brought my Super Street there a couple times. Didn't hit the wall with that.
Why do I feel like I remember you going out on the track with your pickup truck and almost hitting the wall at Claremont when you first bought the track? I almost feel like that was something.
No, I never did that. I did. I went out there with my dually because the pace.
Is that
truck
what it
went.
was?
The pace car shit the bed, so I took my truck out there.
Gotcha.
Did you ever travel south?
I went to Hickory.
You went to Hickory?
I went to Hickory, and it was in my prime, you know, when I was winning, and I was competitive everywhere, and I was ready to lay it down there. And on the green flag, my third link broke. So I never got a
So
chance.
you never got a chance
See,
to
Bob,
race.
that's why we don't want 3-link. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
So I've gone to
That's a good idea.
the only track I
Put him
went
in
to.
one of yours for that.
Yeah.
The only track I went to that I sucked at was 95.
You were
Speedway
horrible at a
nine.
track?
Speedway 95.
That
I
place
was
is tough.
horrendous. I was horrendous.
I ran there twice.
How can anyone drive on that thing?
I went out the first time we went. It was a pass race, and after the second warm up, I told Nathan we still had 8 stickers that we had bought sitting there. I said, "You take those right back, give them to the tire guy, because I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing up this racetrack." I mean, that place is tough.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really tough.
You don't even know what groove to drive in.
Yeah. Now they dope the second lane, which is only 2 lanes there. I mean, that the racetrack is 2 cars wide, 2.5, and you got to run the top with your right sides just about hanging off the racetrack.
Well, unless you're Cassius Clark. You know, he runs the bottom.
There's a
out
couple,
of it.
one of our Granite State races, Garrett, the 94. Kind of having brain cramp. Anyway,
Oh, I know it too.
Garrett Hall, he ran we went up there for a Granite State race last year. Maybe it was in the spring of last year or the year before. And the whole day he ran the bottom. Every lap that he was on the racetrack, he ran the bottom. And long story short, he came and he passed Travis Benjamin and won the race on the bottom. And I said, dude, you never get off the bottom all day. He said, yeah.
I think Cassius Clark did that from the bottom.
Yeah, he said, you could never pay me enough to run the top of this at this racetrack. So he just worked and worked and worked all day on the bottom.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a tough track.
It's really tough.
You know, I don't like it. I won't even drive in the parking lot now.
Out of everybody you go at it online with, you guys, obviously there's a couple people out there that have some fun with you. Who is your favorite to go back and forth with?
You know, not many people have what it takes to go back and forth. You know, they either get offended or they laugh it off, or, you know, they think they like it, but they really don't like it. You know, so I don't think many people do go back and forth.
My favorite three I think I see you go around with is Sanborn, Kat Haley.
Kat Haley, yep.
She holds her own with you pretty good.
Yeah, she just loves me.
And then Sandy goes at you pretty good too.
If Kat wasn't with the Misfit, you know what I'm saying?
Mike's learning how to use his phone.
That wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me either.
That was weird. I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, her mother, Sandy, she loves me to death. You know, she doesn't want to tell anybody, but she does.
Oh, Taylor's saying, please say Dan. No.
Who?
Dan Collins.
Dan wishes he was me. That's Dan's biggest problem in life is he's not me.
All right, so we have a comment section here. So while we're still playing around, if anybody has showstopper questions, we will cue them right up.
Bobby Vences, just you see what Bobby writes? Yeah, he said see Bubbles race at Weber Valley Speedway once.
What's that?
He said he saw you race at Weber Valley Speedway.
Dan Collins makes some pretty fine shirts. I'm surprised he hasn't made you one yet.
See, Dan Collins, he has to understand that he's in the business, the racing business, to do shirts and things like that. So if he says something bad about me, which he does, right? Somebody who wants a shirt or something might say, well, I'm not going to him. You know, he's beating up on Bobby, so I'm not going to. So Dan has to know what line to cross, you know, and what to say and stuff like that, you know. I mean, he's dumb as a rock, you know, but, I mean, hopefully he learns and he gets on the bandwagon. He really needs to get on my bandwagon.
I don't know if I want to ask this question
I
because
do.
I don't know where this is going to lead.
Okay, so-
Go ahead, you
Yeah,
ask.
Raven Streeter just posted, favorite story was the letter Bobby wrote to Kanan, I believe the last championship he won. Does that mean anything to you?
The letter I wrote?
Yep.
No, I don't
Favorite
remember.
story was the letter Bobby wrote to Kanan, I believe the last championship he won.
Unless he's talking
A
about,
victory speech or something.
unless he's talking about back then message boards was big, you know.
Yes.
So I used
Your
to
buddy
write,
Nate ran one of the biggest ones around, Racer's Board.
Yeah.
yeah, I used to write little stories on those. That's where it all started from.
You started message boards too?
No, I destroyed message boards.
destroyed message boards.
All right?
Okay, all right.
And I'm going to tell you why I destroyed them. Because Marco had one. And people used to say bad things about me, and I'd call up Marco and go, Marco, you can't have that on your message board, you know? But he'd leave it there, you know? So he says, fuck you, all right? I brought it to Facebook. And then once I brought my stories to Facebook,
Message boards, they were gone.
everybody went to Facebook and the message boards was gone. So I'm the one who destroyed the message boards. But people don't understand that.
Now, I actually heard a story. Someone told me that you were trying to rip the flag guy off at Canaan, like rip him down, and someone grabbed you by your ankles and pulled you down.
Yeah.
So that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What would cause you to do
True.
that?
That was when my battery died. I was racing the race, and I was leading the race, and a caution came out, and they had me for like 50 laps of caution laps. And I'm looking at my gauges, I'm going, oh, what the fuck? You know, my gauges are dimming. I says, I'm never going to make it, you know? My battery's going to die. So by the time they threw the green flag, right, my battery died on the front stretch. And then I got out of the car on the front stretch. I walked up to the flag guy, and I was grabbing the flag guy because he wouldn't throw the green flag. And then there's two guys holding my ankles, trying to prevent me from getting up there. But I was already up there. They're trying to yank me back down. And I don't know what I would have done to the guy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking that night. And that's it. That's the story. I mean, I was so fucking pissed because it's another win that I would have had.
Another one. How many do you have total?
Wins?
Yeah.
I don't have many wins. I haven't raced long. I only raced 3 years.
And the first two were horrible, you
The
said.
first two are horrible. I raced 5 years. The first two are horrible.
Don't
so
count.
I raced,
So you said the first two
So
don't
you
count.
drop years. That's
So
right.
I raced 3, right? And I have a 40% win percentage in that 3 years. I won 9 races at Canaan in 1 year. And then the following
Yeah,
year...
but does that count?
Then the following year, I won the first 3 out of 4, you know? So, I mean, I was well on my way.
So wait a minute. Does
So
the
why did
3
you-
years count the 2 horrible years, or is that 5 years total? I'm just trying to make my math right here.
Listen, I was so friggin' bad. I can't count the 2 years. I can't get my heart to do it.
So you said that second year at Canaan, you won the 4 out of 5 or whatever at the beginning of the year. Did you stop going there? Did you do something different that
They
year?
threw me out.
Why?
They threw me out
Because you were that good?
No, because Ziggy, right? Freaking Ziggy, right? So I've already won 3 out of 4,
Yeah.
right? So Ziggy, he starts on the pole like some stiff, right? So I work my way through the field, and I finally get to him. So now I'm on the verge of winning another race. He puts me in the goddamn backstretch dirt. All right, so I recover from that. I'm about past him again. I go to the inside of him this time. He puts me in the infield. Then he puts me in the outfield again 3 times. So I waited to the last lap, and I gave him a shot, and he had slowed down really bad in turn 4 because he knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. And I punted him into the infield. But we both went across the start-finish line 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So that's when they threw me out because they thought that I was rough riding that race.
I'm hearing rumors it was possibly George Powers you were attempting to pull out of the flag stand.
I don't know if it was George. I know George. I don't think it was George. I wouldn't have done it to George.
So did they just throw you out for the night? Then you decided you were going to go
No.
somewhere else, or they threw you out for a period of time?
Friggin' Butch Elm's wife threw me out
Oh, yeah.
for 5 races. You're out here for 5 races. I was so friggin' mad. I said, you're going to throw your best car out? I'm the best guy here. You're going to throw me out for 5 races? They says, yeah, but it's because everybody was complaining.
Yeah. So what did you do at that point? Did you go race somewhere else, or is
Yeah,
that about the end of when you decided you've had enough?
No, I went to Thompson.
Oh, that's when you ended up at Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big heat race win.
Yeah, the heat race hero.
Yeah.
This guy's a national treasure.
That's funny.
But I mean, that year at Canaan, you know, you got to understand too, after I won that 9 races, I lost my eye.
Okay.
I lost my right eye in an accident. So I had to go back to Canaan the following year with no depth perception. I have no depth perception. So when I drive a race car, right,
You go by feel?
I go by feel, right?
That's what you should use while you keep hitting the wall. I
That's
have
what
no depth perception.
I'm going to use that from now on. Uh-oh, what happened?
And the reason why
Slipped
I go
off the hat.
And the reason why I go by feel is my first race back, right? I was going through the turns, and I'm saying, what's going on? People are going under me. What's going on here? And I happen to look over, and I'm like 3 feet away from everybody. I'm like in the 3rd groove, you know? And I says, I don't belong here. So that's when I started to learn how to drive through feel. Mm-hmm. And even right now, I don't have no depth perception. So racing's hard for me. And I still went out and won 3 out of 4.
What happened to your eye?
I was hitting 2 hammers together, doing kingpins on my truck. And one of the hammers exploded.
Oh.
And when it exploded, it was like a bullet came off the edge of the hammer and went through my eyeball and went through my retina.
Oh, jeez.
That's
so
not good.
I got all kinds of scar tissue back there.
Damn.
But
I
it
mean, not to hit
sucks.
two hammers together.
Hey, don't ever when you do kingpins, right? When you buy the box of kingpins, if you open up the box, there's a yellow card in there.
It tells you
And
not
the
to do
yellow
that.
card says specifically, do not hit two iron,
Hammers.
not hammers, but pins or whatever. Don't hit them together because it's dangerous.
Wow.
They warn you
Yeah.
when you buy them. And surer than shit, thought I was going to die that day.
I see. Yeah, somebody just posted you're the only 12-time Daytona 500 winner too.
I probably would have been,
Yeah.
So what's the story behind your number? I don't think we've addressed that. Everyone's got a story. What was yours?
I don't have a story
Oh, okay.
because it's 5'5" and it's really cool.
That's the story.
That's the story. I really think it's cool. And another reason why I like it is nobody uses it. So I'm unique,
You are definitely unique. I'll give you that.
Did you ever realize in racing, there ain't too many 55s
Yeah.
out there?
And I knew the story about the showstopper, but for the people that don't, how did that come about?
You know who the showstopper is?
I do. Bret the Hitman Hart.
No, not Brett.
Oh, wait.
It's Shawn
Shawn
Michaels.
Michaels. Sorry. Yep.
Shawn Michaels. So I know you're not supposed to give yourself nicknames, but I gave myself a nickname. And it was in Canaan. The more I won, right, the more arrogant I was getting, and it was just out of control. So I call myself the showstopper.
You're right up Mark's alley because he's big on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember watching him do the showstopper at Canaan 20 years ago.
That is
I was a great racer, or on my way. I was on my way. And we got to remember, I had 5 years. These guys, they're in entry-level cars for 5 years. You get someone like Joey Dwyron, right?
Yeah.
How many entry-level cars has he been in before he got into a Super Late model?
Actually, I think if
He
I
didn't
remember,
just jump in a Super Late model.
I think he jumped right into an ACT car.
Well, I mean, that's like
I think he did ACT, and then they went to Oxford.
yeah, but that's easy.
Okay.
ACT's easy. Back then, ACT was easy. Because they had the 602 or the ZZ4.
Yeah, they had the 603s or whatever they were.
And they had the 8-inch tires. Chimpanzees can drive those cars. And there's a bunch of chimpanzees that drive them now.
Dan Collins says you raced 2 seasons limited at the Ridge, then ACT.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you race?
He ran limiteds at
He ran limited
Beach Ridge.
at Beach Ridge.
Then went out.
Yeah, then he moved himself up.
Yeah.
Nobody goes from 0 to Super Late model.
Yeah.
Nobody. And
Except for the showstopper.
I took the beating. I took the beating. I was going to quit at one time. I says, I can't do this.
So would you say you're like a racing Jesus?
Yeah, I am kind of a racing Jesus. Very smart, highly intelligent. There's nothing I don't know. There's nothing I don't know about race cars.
And you know what? Every time you step foot at Lee, you know what? I just go, you know what? We got to cherish the ground he walks on because you know what? There's never going to be a good enough racer as him.
No, I mean, there isn't. You know what? I'm glad that I've had setbacks. Because if I didn't have
Hey,
setbacks,
Jesus had setbacks
it
too.
would be really difficult for everyone.
I love that Matt's sitting in Florida commenting.
I know. He's my father.
Racing's tough.
It is.
Racing's tough.
It's
You get stiffs out there, right, that race their whole lives and can't even sniff a win. I mean, it's
that's
tough.
true. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, 80% of them, right? And then you get some schlump like me, right, who's winning in his third year. How does that happen? What does that say about everybody else?
What was this?
Baldwin says he's a legend in his own mind.
This one here.
I just ignored
Georgie
that
was
one.
good in his day. When he was in a pro stock at start, Georgie was good.
Georgie, he's won a lot of races over
Yeah,
the
he's
years.
won a lot. He can't win no more because he just doesn't have the genetic makeup.
Oh, is that what it is?
I got the genetic makeup.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? If you cut off my head, right?
Oh, please! I have a picture of the genetic makeup.
Put me and if you cut off my at my age, right? If you cut off my head right now and put me in a lineup of 20-year-olds, you couldn't pick me out of that lineup. You know? So I'm probably a genetic freak when it comes to things like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Honestly, what's going to go down 25 years from now? What's going to go down as your? What are they going to look back on? I mean, it's probably the RaceDayTV episode that you were on, but what would you hope people would look back upon and think about you?
I'm trying to get everybody to hate me instead of just a few. You know, more people who dislike me, the happier I am.
Oh, you just pissed Jess off. George is like her man.
You just pissed my wife off.
Why?
Because she loves her some George.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, George. I'm not saying anything bad
No,
about
you
George.
didn't say anything
was
bad
a good
about George
racer.
at all. Not at all.
George was a good racer.
Yeah.
But right now, as an old man, no, he can't get it done.
My dad drove a modified? Well, I knew he drew the modified that we had in Florida, but I didn't know he drove an older one.
Oh, there's only one way to find out because he's watching. Matt, did you drive someone's modified at Canaan, start 19th and finish 10th in a feature on used tires? That sounds like my dad when he used to say he used to walk to school uphill both ways.
That's not showstopper quality, but I mean, it's still pretty good. I mean,
Was it on the dirt or on the pavement?
Who wants to finish 10th?
simpletons.
Yeah. These guys out there, man, you know, it's like winning from the pole. These guys that win from the pole, they're pathetic. Pathetic. I won from the pole my first race.
Did you give the trophy back because it was pathetic?
Now, this is a true story. I won my first race at Star from the pole. Bobby Gahan chasing me down, right?
Yeah, that's still a win.
And it was nice for about 2 minutes. And then I went into the pits, and I kind of put my head down, and I go, you know what? It wasn't such a big deal, you know, because I won. I didn't have to pass anybody.
Yeah.
You know, so these guys that win from the pole and then they get on Facebook and they're heroes and people call him, oh, he's a wheelman, he's a wheelman. He ain't no friggin' wheelman. He won from the pole, you know?
I would totally be the guy who would win a one-person race and then blast it all over Facebook. Look at me. Look at my trophy. I win. I'm number one. But that's just me.
Winning from the pole is the worst thing for a racer.
SMBLK
Small block super. Said
Small Black Super. Who are you so we know? Because you ran at Claremont in a modified.
01 and 02.
Yeah, so now I'm curious as to who this is.
Can't answer you.
I don't know.
Hey, I took a big block out once, right? And I was 2/10 off of Russ Wood's record.
Really?
2/10.
So you could have been an ISMA 5-time champion too if you continued to race?
ISMA is like those big block supers. Chimpanzees drive those things. All right? Anybody can drive a big block super. Anybody. You know, even the small block supers, that's even worse. These guys that can't race, they get in a small block
Brian.
super.
Brian Henderson.
Yeah, Brian.
Oh, your dad does know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all that we've hit 7 o'clock already.
Yeah, holy shit, that was quick.
Really? That's an hour?
That's an hour.
That's an hour.
Wow. An hour of how great I am?
You know what the best part about it is? Hold your hand up real quick for the camera. What's in your hand? No. He's taking his own hero cards. That's my favorite part about this whole thing.
Look at this one.
It's upside down.
Look at this
They're
one.
upside down.
Yeah, upside down.
Look at this one. I do have to give a shout out to Trevor Sanborn for winning the small pond championship at Oxford this year. He raced 30 years and finally got one.
Oh.
A shout out to Trevor Sanborn.
He's watching too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all on.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So Trevor, congratulations on that little guppy pond that you went to and you won a championship after 30 years. I'm proud of you.
So you have some video from old video.
I do.
So we that's some classic shit that somehow you got to figure out.
So
how,
I have a screen grab of it right now. Somebody who said that their spotter actually taped the original videos and edited them for the Showstopper. Said they're going to get me some high quality versions.
Yes.
So
Oh, you talking about my videos?
Yep.
They're going to fix them up?
Yep.
You should have them fix up my racing Canaan that I have, that video I have, if I can.
Is it on VHS or what is it on?
It's on a disc.
Well, if you get it to us, I'll put it online.
Because whoever did it, the sound is off the action. Can that be corrected?
That can be. I know how to do it.
Because I want to put that online just to show people how great I was.
I will help you do it. Send it up to the studio, and I will edit it up for you.
Yeah.
That's all that I have.
That's all I got.
Well, it was fun.
Espinette said it's on a floppy disk.
No, not a floppy. It's on a.
It's on a 5 1/4. It's on laser disc.
yeah.
You know.
Isn't that Mike's nickname, Floppy Disk?
On that note,
Such an ass.
we are done. Say goodbye to your fans.
All right, fans, bye. Even though you all blow out there.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
See y'all.